You don't have to spend big to get smart with your tools. Some of the best ones slip under the radar. Today, I've got 10 tools under $100. They're not flashy, they're not overpriced, but once you start using them, they feel like essentials. If you like gear that saves time, space, or just makes the job easier, this list is full of picks worth checking out.
Starting with Makita's all-new rotary laser. And if you've used older series before like the SKR200Z, this one's going to feel like that long overdue upgrade you've been waiting for. The mounting system's been made smarter. You can go vertical or horizontal, mounting straight from the back or the base. Plus, they've also stepped up the rotation scene. Now you've got 4 adjustable speed settings, and there's even a scan mode that helps you lock in faster, especially when you're working in close range. Range-wise, there's a noticeable change. When paired with a receiver, you'll get up to 800 meters. That's a solid jump from the older models that topped out around 500 to 600 meters. Plus, the radio remote finally makes an appearance, and you can adjust everything while staying right in position. Honestly, that's something that always felt missing in the older versions. As for the build, it's made to handle tough conditions. There's rubber wrapping around the body for extra grip and protection, and the top housing is weather sealed, but without being bulky or clunky. But the real winner here, compatibility. You can pop in your XGT, LXT, or even CXT batteries if you've got the optional tray. No more juggling different chargers or battery types on site.
The cart is molded from high-performance polymer for rugged strength. It integrates seamlessly with full-size StackTech boxes, and its heavy-duty swivel casters glide smoothly, even in tight spaces, so you can haul toolbox loads without breaking a sweat. These precision-forged snips feature induction-hardened blades that outlast cast designs by up to 10x. A patent-pending ergonomic grip lets you switch between rear-hand leverage and forward-hand control. And the flush pivot bolt stops material from snagging. Backed by a lifetime warranty, they're built to last. We'll start with something that literally keeps your work straight. The Bosch GLL5020 is a self-leveling cross-line laser for just $59. It throws horizontal and vertical red beams up to 50 feet with accuracy within 5/16 of an inch at 30 feet. Perfect for shelves, tile, or framing lines, it does the alignment work for you. It runs on 2 AA batteries, or you can use a Bosch 1.0 AH battery if you have one. The IP55 body shrugs off dust and water, and the pendulum locks for safe transport. The red beam can wash out in bright light, but indoors it's spot on. No gimmicks, just clean, accurate lines. The Prexiso PLT40Li combines a 135-foot laser measurer and a 16-foot manual tape in one $40 tool. The laser handles distance, area, volume, and even Pythagorean calculations with about 1/8 inch accuracy. The tape is double-sided, nylon-coated with a magnetic hook. It charges via USB-C and stores over 1,000 measurements per charge. The screen only shows laser data, so the tape is purely manual, but you get both in your pocket without extra bulk. Great for quick layouts, corner checks, or when you want one less thing on your belt. The Dremel DD12V is more than a drill. It's a 12-volt brushless driver with a built-in stud finder and a detachable laser level. For $99, you get a tool that finds the stud, lines you up, and drives the fastener. No swapping tools mid-job. The quick change chuck is smooth, the balance is good for one-hand use, and the laser level attaches magnetically. It charges via USB-C. It's not for heavy-duty concrete work, but for TV mounts, curtain rods, and home fixes, it's efficient and well thought out. At $98, this 20-volt saw is one of the best cordless options that doesn't feel like a compromise. The 6.5-inch carbide blade spins at 4,500 RPM, cutting 2x4s and plywood without bogging down. It bevels up to 50 degrees, cuts 2 1/8 inch deep at 90 degrees, and comes with a battery and charger. There's an LED for low-light work, and the grip is shaped for solid two-hand control. It's not a corded framing saw, but for trimming, shelving, or on-the-go cuts, it's light, reliable, and ready out of the box. Cutting jobs aren't glamorous, but this $25 knife makes them satisfying. Push the slider and a fresh blade snaps in from the onboard magazine, up to 20 blades stored inside. There's also a rope notch cutter and a small pry bar built in. The thick, rubberized grip feels solid, and the extra weight adds control. If you're breaking down boxes, trimming carpet, or cleaning up a site, this knife earns its keep fast. For $41, the Skil Twist 2.0 is a rechargeable electric screwdriver with a head that pivots to 3 angles: straight, 22.5 degrees, and 45 degrees. Perfect for drawers, cabinets, or awkward overhead spots. It has 3 torque settings, charges via USB-C, and has an LED near the tip. It's not for driving long screws into treated lumber, but for furniture, electronics, and everyday repairs. It's compact, comfortable, and easy to keep on hand. Sometimes you just need a hammer that hits right. The Estwing 16-ounce claw hammer is $25 and forged from a single piece of steel, no joints to fail. The balance is spot on, and the shock reduction grip cuts down vibration. The smooth face won't mar finish work, and the claw pulls nails cleanly. It's a bit heavier than some, but it's built to last decades. For $55, this 4-piece set gives you curved jaw, long nose, and straight jaw pliers, all with a fast release lever. The heat-treated alloy steel jaws hold tight, and the handles are comfortable for long use. Tension is adjusted manually, but once locked, they don't slip. They come in a roll-up pouch for easy storage. Whether you're clamping metal, holding pipe, or freeing a rusted bolt, these are dependable. At $52, the ProSensor 710 uses 13 sensors to show the full width of a stud in real time. Slide it across the wall, and the lights tell you exactly where to drill. No calibration, no guessing. The center LED turns green when you're dead center. It doesn't detect live wires or metal studs, but for wood framing, it's fast and accurate. Once you use it, tapping the wall feels prehistoric. For $89, this corded grinder has the muscle for metal, tile, and concrete. The 7-amp motor spins at 12,000 RPM, and the slim body is easy to control. The one-touch guard adjusts without tools, and the spindle lock makes wheel changes quick. The 2-position side handle adds control for tricky angles. No extras in the box, but it's built to work hard and keep going.
This UB002G blower. It's a quiet surprise. Doesn't look like a big jump from the older DUB362 or DUB184 at first glance. But once you squeeze the trigger, the airflow says otherwise. You've got trigger-based variable speed, plus 3 set levels. Max airflow reaches 99 meters per second. That's a leap over DUB 362, 54 meters per second, and you notice it the moment you start clearing heavier debris. Wet leaves, wood shavings, whatever's on site. Runtime depends on how hard you push it, but up to 120 minutes is possible if you're just on low-speed maintenance. Balanced feel hasn't changed much, but there's better control thanks to improved airflow shaping. It doesn't buff it back toward your hand like older models sometimes did. They've added vacuum functionality too, but it's optional with a dust bag kit. Not everyone's going to use that, but if you're working indoors or on cleanup jobs with finer debris, it's a smart extra. It's not flashy, but it clears more and handles better. Feels like a matured version of a tool that used to be just for job site tidying. Here's a set that's been upgraded right where it matters. DDF 490 and DHP 490. Compact drills built for tougher tasks than the older DDF 484 or DHP 482. These are still part of the 18-volt lineup, so no change to your battery system. But torque's been bumped. Up to 65 Newton-meter now. That means fewer stalls when driving larger screws, or drilling in hardwood, or treated lumber. 2-speed gearing is back, and it's tuned better. Low speed stays torquey, while high speed doesn't overspin or bog out like on some earlier drills. 20 clutch settings give solid control, and the LED lights actually angled better. DDF 490 is your standard drill driver. DHP 490 adds the hammer function. It feels like the same size and weight as before, but the power curve and chuck grip are both improved. If you were used to feathering the trigger for control on the older models, these let you work a bit faster without losing that precision. This one caught us off guard a bit. This new XGT vacuum. Not flashy, just better where it counts. Compared to older, it pulls harder and holds steady power. Suction's rated at 120 watts, and it doesn't whine or choke on fine dust. Cyclone box is easy to clear out, no filters getting clogged every run. Tool-free hose, strong seal, feels thought through. 4 power modes now, with an LED to show battery and filter status. Small things, but they cut out the guesswork. If you've been using older cordless vacs for spot cleanup, this finally feels worth the upgrade, especially if you're already running XGT. Now this last one's a bit different. The BCC01 charging case. Doesn't cut, drill, or drive anything, but it's probably the smartest carry upgrade Makita's made in a while. Holds 4 XGT batteries, charges them sequentially. You plug in one cord, and it handles the rest. If you've used the standalone DC40RA chargers, this runs just like that. Same charge speed. But now you've got it packed in a case, and it's built to travel. You've got room inside to store bits, a tool or two, and the lid has a tablet stand built in. That's not a gimmick. Use it to check plans, monitor tool data if you're running AWS, or just keep your phone up while working. Stackable with MacPack, and rugged enough for site use. Most folks just carry batteries loose or stuffed in a soft bag. This changes that. Organized, weather shielded, and you've always got a charger on hand. Feels more like a piece of gear than just storage. That's it for this month's Makita releases. Nothing over the top, just smart upgrades, tighter builds, and more useful options. We'll keep watching how they hold up out there.
Thanks for watching our videos. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends if you found our video helpful. Subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this.